Hey, what's up fellas? Koimaru here, and welcome to a game called Never Play Again. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have absolutely no idea what this game is. I installed this game quite a bit ago. It was for a Spook Jam thing. I didn't install it. I did not install it for the Spook Jam. I got it obviously quite a bit later. I was just scrolling through itch.io and I found it, and it looked very interesting. Like, you'll see the style. It reminds me of World of Horror in a way, but I have no idea what the plot is. I kind of stayed willfully ignorant to it. So we'll see for ourselves. We'll keep the filter off because I know the filters can be tough on people's eyes. Thank you. Enjoy the game. Thank you. But yeah, I have no idea what we're getting to. Reality is that which when you stop believing in it, it doesn't go away. Thank you, Philip Dick. Name Keiichiro? Yeah, probably. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. Any name. The save file is literally my life. Do you realize how many hours I've put into this? You can create only one save per game? That sucks. Yeah, sorry. What if I want to borrow it from you? I bet they just do it to make you buy another game. There's a lot of data to save. Character, stats, monsters. Pfft, 2 saves could be doable. They're just lazy. Oh god. Think! Talk. Examine. Let's examine. Oh, there's quite a few things to examine. Shinji. I've known him since elementary school. He comes to my house to play games all the time by now. I think we've witnessed 2 generations of game consoles. Our friendship goes back that far. Console. It's the Ultra Reality 64, the first 64-bit console ever. My dad bought me the expansion too. The Ultra Reality DD can do all sorts of things, like connecting to the nets or playing portable games on the TV. With video games connecting to the World Wide Web, anything can happen. I wonder what the future's gonna be like. More color. Yeah, it won't always be black and white. It's a little noise in the background. It's comforting. Window looking into the abyss. It's chilly outside. Summer's about to end. It's been freezing where I am. My god. I'm wearing a trench coat. So many things happened this summer. I don't know why, but it felt longer this year. The game magazine? The latest issue of the game magazine, Retsu. This issue contains the exclusive preview of the new fantasy RPG, First Fantasy 2. This is quite a bit ago then. This set takes place in. It's going to be on the UR64, and for the first time ever, it will have 3D graphics. Oh, old times, am I right? Think! We've been playing this game together for months now. I say we, but it's mostly me. Shinji just likes to assist me without playing. That's fun. It's not that I don't want him to play. I think he's just too scared of messing up. Too much pressure for him. Okay. Oh, crap. Talk. Whatever. Hey, let's try this one. What's that? It doesn't even have a label. Where did you find it? Did you just find this on a street? I got it the other day at the open air market. That guy who sells pirated games? That guy is sketchy. One time, he had some game labeled Silent Peak 4. They didn't even make the 3rd game. I know, it was too good to be true. It turned out to be some strange shooter game with a bunny. I'm trying to think of a shooter game with a bunny. What did you get this time? Are you talking about Nikkei? This one isn't actually that bad. I just played a few hours. Let me try it. Nikkei was not around this time, I assure you. Sick music, right? Yeah, the retro. Hey. Oh, sorry. I was getting into it. What stage are you playing? Sick music, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was getting into it. What stage are you playing? This is... How did they manage to do this? It looks so real. I know, right? Hey, do you mind if I delete your save? Your save? I want to start over. Yeah, I don't care. This is amazing. Where did you get this again? You... Are you... What the frick? What about me? Do I have something on my face? Why are you looking at me like that? No, this is a dream, right? You're not making any sense. Don't you just hate it when you get a game from a pirated company and your friend suddenly turns into a glitch? Shinji! No. He's not moving. He's dead. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't jump to assumptions. Let's call cops. I killed him. No, this isn't real. I'm gonna wake him up. Please wake up. Just, call the cops. Like it's Bottomless Pit File 02. Name blank. Playtime a long time. Okay, 2001. I didn't even read that before. So, just to be sure, you fear that this phobia that you developed in a video game is going to affect you in real world as well. Since we started talking, the doctor hasn't moved from his chair. No gestures, no facial expressions, not a single reaction, nothing. I'm starting to think he doesn't understand, or he just doesn't care. Why are doctors like this? Tell me what you're thinking right away. Maybe coming here was a mistake. Look, doctor, I just want to live a normal life like everyone else. For once, everything is going well in my life. My school grades are great, my friends love me, I'm quite popular. But in truth, I'm scared. I'm scared that things will get worse, and that my life won't be the same as before. Understandable. Keep talking. I need you to explain every detail to me. Yes, sir. Let's go do our option. Oh, can I just press 1? Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we don't need to bring mouse on screen. Office. I have to say, this room is quite welcoming. It has plenty of space, and the warmth of the sun is filling the air. I expected to see a lot of medical equipment around, but it's just books and documents. At first glance, this office seems more like a teacher's than a doctor's. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign. Doctor? Everyone told me that he's the best in his field. Not only has he cured a lot of patients, but he's a researcher too, an open-minded one at that. I hope he can fix me. You're not broken. I get scared just by reading some of the titles. Severe personality disorders, psychotherapy of borderline patients, animal magnetism, and psychological effects. The last one looks to be some research paper he's writing. Creepy. Alright. Let's think. I made a promise to myself to go see medical help if my symptoms lasted more than 1 day. Then it was 2 days, then 3, then a week. I postponed this too many times in the hope that things would get better. So here I am. At least I'm doing something about it. That alone makes me feel a little bit better. About the game, about fear, about the symptoms. I hope we can go down the list. Let's just go about fear. There's something you have to know. I think this was the first time I discovered this phobia I have. One time, I went to my school during summer break. I had forgotten my bag there, so I went back to retrieve it. The school was closed that day, but they let me in, just to get my bag. I think the janitor was busy or something, so he couldn't accompany me. I headed to my classroom alone. The school was empty. It was a place I knew well, those corridors, classrooms. I was so used to seeing them full of people, but that day, the place was empty, silent. It was eerie. I started to panic. I started to run. I don't know how, but I got lost. A teacher found me, eventually. I don't know how much time had passed, but to me it felt like an eternity. I felt like I wandered through the school for hours, without finding a way out. I told my parents, they talked to some doctors. I was told I have kinophobia, the fear of empty spaces. Ever since then, I try to avoid empty places. I understand. Being so popular at school helped a lot. Being center of attention, being at the center of attention, surrounded by so many people. Festivals, concerts, parties. From the outside, it looks like I'm quite the outgoing type. But the truth is, I just do it to avoid being alone in empty spaces. About the game. Up until now, I was never scared of video games. Actually, I like to play horror games a lot. Grand Sylvan Hotel, Occultic Pizza, Undead Air, you name it. And yet, this stupid game scared me for good. I don't know much about video games. Please try to describe it for me. It's this game. I found it in a retro gaming shop. Ooh, God. I couldn't even read that. Oh, someone you can. You're lucky. You get to freeze frame that and tell me what that said. It was in a bargain bin. I usually find some cool games there for cheap. This game caught my attention because it didn't have a label or case. The game itself was quite bizarre. I don't know how to describe it well, but there was this level. I mean, nothing scary in particular. It was just a normal room. But then something happened with the camera. Maybe it was a glitch or something. The camera began to zoom out. As it was pulling out, I could see the room I was in. The room I was in, it was actually a small box surrounded by an endless black void. Oh. I started to freak out. I carried to fell into the void. I kept falling without dying into the bottomless pit. That's when I turned off the game. Ooh, what's going on? The symptoms? One day, all of a sudden, it happened. Half of my vision was gone. Not just my vision, it was like half of my brain was turned off. I could only sense a part of reality. And the rest was nothing. Interesting. I've been having these attacks since I played that game. I'm sure of it. I was normal before. Now usually they last just a few seconds. But then, the other day, it was a day like the others. I was getting out of the store. Just when I passed by the door, it happened again. The outside of the store, it was just empty space. I tried to go back, but by the time I turned back, the inside of the store became nothingness too. It was just a door at that point. Useless. I didn't know where to go. It was terrible. I started wandering around, trying to find a way back. I'm not sure for how long, but this time it lasted more than a few seconds. When I came to reality, I realized something even more terrifying. Time had passed in the real world too. 3 hours, to be precise. For those 3 hours, I wasn't in the real world. I didn't exist. I can't accept this. Doctor, please, tell me there's a way to fix this. Back? Doctor, please, say something. I think this is bad. It's like my brain stopped working for a moment. My senses. How can you explain this? You see, I don't think your brain has stopped working. On the contrary. I think your case is very interesting. After all, this is what I've been researching my whole life. And what would that be? Cognitive neuroscience, the way we perceive the world. You know, there are many ways to investigate it. Neurology, neurophysiology, neuroimaging, I did not say that right. Witnessing reality is much more than using your senses. Seeing or hearing. You would think it's just about sending images or sounds to the brain in order for it to interpret them. Jesus. My apologies. But that's not what is happening. Take a look at this. Oh, I know this one. If you stare at it, suddenly the cube turns upside down or something. It's like you're seeing the cube from above, but if you focus enough, you'll see from below, and vice versa. Very good. It is not just vision. Would you like to hear a sound illusion too? Can I save? I can. I didn't even know I could save. I was just immersed. Yeah, give me the sound illusion, doc. Tell me what I got. The doctor hands me a pair of headphones. This sound illusion works best when listening with headphones. Don't worry, I got them on. Listen to this. It's a nice melody, doc. Oh, I had to press the I had to see. Nice tune, I guess. You heard it as just one tune, but it's actually two melodies played together. Here, I'll let you listen to them separately. This is the one that played on the right channel. This is the melody that plays on the left channel. It's cool that it actually plays in both of my ears. I'll play them together again. Now that you know the single melodies, you can focus on them. So when you hear the same tune, you can perceive 3 different melodies if you want. Oh, wow. That's kind of trippy. If you're not listening with headsets, he's not lying. You can actually perceive the melodies as different things. That's creepy. Sick. I got this? What do you got? Safe. Yeah, I got this. Doctor. Cool, I guess. But what's the point? If our perception of reality consisted of simple seeing an image, that image would always be the same. So, that's what happened. What's interesting is that the drawing itself is not changing, but your perception is. Your perception of reality changes at will, according to your own interpretation. Experiencing reality is more like having an opinion about the world. So, when you say that the world disappeared, I don't think that's what happened. Reality is still there. It's just that your brain is interpreting it in a different way. I can see that how that would explain my problem, but only by explaining it we can cure it. Do you think it can be cured? I'm sure our neurological Jesus research will be able to help with your condition. I'd be glad to do a neural scan as soon as possible. We can start immediately. Whatever. Splendid. We can start right now. But doctor. Yes? It's happening again. What? What is happening? The room is gone. I'm here. Yes, but... Doctor? Oh, wow. Without me noticing, the void had filled the room. I take a look around, hoping to find a corner, a wall, a light, something. Nothing. It's useless. When I turn my head back to the doctor, he is gone too. Why are doctors like this? I wasted my morning listening to some philosophy lesson. I'm having a horrible reading noise that I don't even care about. Time to go home, I guess. If I can find my way back. Jesus Christ, that's actually pretty horrifying. You just navigate through the void until you find your way back and it snaps out. Search. Name, blank. Playtime, very long time. 2001. November 30. It's the 17th. It's pretty close to this. Earlier this morning, I received an unexpected call from an old friend of mine. He's currently working as a doctor in this hospital. I hadn't heard from him since graduation. He wanted to meet me to talk about a case of his. Apparently, there's this game that makes people go crazy or something. I didn't get the details. He's waiting for me in the neurology ward. Neurology. Jesus, come on, speak the words. All right, examine the reception desk. There's a nurse at the reception desk. She's reading a book. What she's reading? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just curious like that. Still no official statement from the mayor. Another traffic jam is currently affecting the city and many more are predicted for tomorrow. Half of the main roads are closed off due to emergency work. In truth, to this day, the administration hasn't been able to provide a plausible explanation. A press conference has been scheduled for later tonight. Stay tuned to get all the updates. Back to you. Surroundings. I expected to find more people in here. Waiting rooms are usually crammed with patients, so seeing a place like this being so empty makes me a little uncomfortable, to be honest. It's okay. You're fine. I like this music. You like this? Y'all mess with this? Y'all mess with retro? An unexpected visit to the hospital. Places like these make me quite uncomfortable. It's kinda irrational if you think about it. The facility is brand new. Everything is clean and colorful. I suppose colorful? You can tell the staff is doing their best. The doctors seem to really care about the work. And yet, I can still perceive a draining atmosphere here. I can't help it. It's like my vital energy goes away when I'm in places like this. My friend is waiting for me in the neurology ward. I don't know where that is. I think I should talk to the nurse at the reception. Alright, let's go talk to her. About you? Yeah, also, I'll just save again. I'm reading this book. I'm getting quite into it. It's the story of this criminal who finds a mysterious sphere that can summon all sorts of demonic beings. The story doesn't make much sense, but the demons are cool, I think. Fair enough. I mean, like, what kind of criminal is it? Like a murder criminal? Or like, I don't know. I heard criminal, I immediately thought of theft. So I was like, how is summoning demons helpful for him? I guess it could be. Anything strange here, nurse? What an odd question to ask. Oh, are you a detective by any chance? No. Totally different job. What do you do? I work for a game company. Making video games? Sounds like a cool job. It is, but it can be quite stressful sometimes. I see. To answer your question, there were some strange cases in the neurology ward this week. If you ask me, people are starting to lose their grasp on reality. Everything is virtual these days. Sooner than later, life on the net will become more important than real life. Telling the future now, nurse, aren't we? About neuro ward. The neurology ward is situated on the second floor. You can take one of the elevators over there or use the stairs. Thank you. Move! Let's go. Wait, what if I think it's something different? No. Yeah. Move! To the neurology ward. Here we go. This place is like a maze. The atmosphere feels thick. There's nobody around here. Is this normal? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's play a little maze game. Room on the right, room on the left, or a room further back. You always go, I have this mental thing in games where I always choose left. God. I think I am deciding to change that mental thing in games. It's an empty room. This place gives me the creeps. I feel like I'm being watched. Oh God, that's it. This makes me feel uneasy. Actually, this like I feel uneasy. I'm like checking over my shoulder. All right. Room on the right. The room is empty. Oh God, that's it. It's just empty rooms. Room further back. The room is empty. Maybe it's in the other corridor. There's only one room open here. Oh, sorry. There's a patient sleeping. Wait a minute. What's going on here? You all right there, buddy? This doesn't look right. Patient. It's a young patient with long hair flowing on the bed sheets. There's a calm expression on the patient's face. I better not make any noise. Game console? On the bedside table, there's what looks to be a game console? I'm sure of it. It's a game box, no mistake. Why is a game console hooked up to a medical equipment? Hey, you better not be doing SAO. That comes many years later. Don't you freaking dare. A tangle of cables coming out from the wall, linking up the game console to the patient. Are those electrodes attached to the brain? What kind of medical procedure is this? Sorry for the wait. Ah! I was in a meeting. Long time no see. Yeah. How's your life going? I've heard you finally entered the game industry. Congratulations. Thanks. I'm very happy for you. I know it was your dream. Anyway, you called me? Yes. I need your help with something. You're the only one I know that could help me with this. Please, let's talk about this in my office. Wait, I forgot to ask him what was going on in that room. There's something I want to show. Is this the same doctor before? Because I thought she said an old friend was calling her up that she hadn't seen in a bit. Like, this looks like the same doctor as before. I'll give a different voice. There's something I want to show you. He opens up a desk drawer and takes something out. You know what this is? Oh my God. Sees like a, what does that lie win? Was that like to say, do you see me? I don't know what that's saying. It's so hard for, I'm like panicking to try to read it and it creeps me out. This is a game cartridge? It's for the game box, the first portable console ever. See, you already know a lot more than this about me. The label is blank. I can't determine what the game is inside. A few weeks ago, a patient... us? We had this conversation. That's what I did. A few weeks ago, a patient came in here claiming to have developed a particular condition after playing this game. Well, getting sick from a game? I guess this is what those safety warnings at the start of the game manuals are for. Take a 15-minute break after each hour of playing. I don't think anyone has ever done that. Do games actually say that? Because there's never been a person in history that has done that. Nevertheless, I've read that flashing lights or shaking images can cause epilepsy attacks. So maybe this is what the doctor's talking about? She said she was experiencing strange hallucinations, like walking through walls or ending up in empty spaces. Yeah, this is the same doctor. That's what we were talking about. What's going on, Doc? Did I hear that right? She used a particular word that caught my attention. A bottomless pit. Sometimes she would go through a door only to find herself in total blackness. Delusions? No, I never take for granted that my patients are deluded. I want to get to the bottom of this. You think she might have been influenced by playing games too much? I'm not sure. But this line of investigation is the only one I have left now. You see, before I could admit her to my ward, she fled. What? It happens, sometimes. Patients who are really anxious or stressed can't handle being admitted or examined. When I got back to my office, the girl was gone. She only left this game cartridge. I tried playing the game, but I couldn't find the console it was made for. Yeah, I think it's becoming quite rare now. This is when I thought of calling you. You want me to play this game? Take a look at it. See if there's anything strange about it. A medical investigation on a game. I don't know. It's a long shot, but for some reason, I feel that some of the answers are inside that game. Just a hunch. It's strange for him to call me out of the blue. When we were in university, we used to hang out all the time and play video games. The doctor before said he was new to the scene of video games, like he didn't know much about them. I think that's when I actually started considering a job in the gaming industry. After we graduated, though, he became distant. I never saw him playing games again. Guess he was too focused on becoming a doctor or something. After all this time, he calls me for this game experiment thing? Is this related to the weird room I saw before? What room? The room where you found me. You know? With those strange devices hooked up to a game console. I don't know what you're talking about. What? Did I hallucinate it? You were there with me. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm sure you are mistaken. He insisted on going back to the room with the weird patient in order to convince me. When we went back to that room... No way! I told you. Maybe you saw some medical device and mistook it for something else. This is the neurological ward. It's not like we do crazy experiments in here. He's saying that, but he's also emanating the strongest mad scientist vibe right now. He really is. I feel uncomfortable around this man. I'm sorry, but I really need to go back to work now. Will you help me with the game cartridge? I'll see what I can do. In my spare time. Thank you so much. Whoa, it got dark. Days are starting to feel shorter. It's that time of year. By the way, it's Halloween. One of my favorite times of the year. I'm loving playing this in... What now? Oh no, it's my boss. I looked at the date, so I couldn't read that. Speaking? Hello? What? Tonight? I know the deadline's approaching, but... All right. I'll be in the office. This is game development for you. Working overtime on Halloween to avoid missing a deadline. Whatever. I'll just spend Halloween in the office. Oh, excuse me. Oh? Oh, this guy just came out of nowhere. That game. Game? You mean this? You must have seen me while I was putting it back in my bag. What does this guy want with this game? Do you realize what game that is? It's very rare. How did you obtain it? A friend of mine gave it to me. This is impossible. You know something about this game? Look for the exit. Sorry? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Maybe you should ask the nurse at the reception? I suppose there's another patient from the neurology ward. I don't have time for this. I must get to work. I'll be leaving now. Sorry. Look for the exit. I can hear sirens in the distance. Something must have happened. Some of the roads are blocked. It's not the first time they've done this. They've been closing up areas constantly this week. I wonder what they're working on. Despite being Halloween, there aren't that many people around. This feels lonely. I don't know, but I feel like I'm being followed. Ooh, don't say that. Don't say that. Making chills go up my spine. I hate the idea of being followed. Whoa, what the heck? That strange guy I met earlier. Is he after me? He's watching through the glass door. As the guy opens the door, I start running. What just happened? The guy was following me. Is this because of the blank game cartridge? I run with all my strength until I get tired. By that time, I'm almost at my office. That was intense. I kind of just want to keep moving. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just want to keep moving. Let's look around though. Pornsoft office? What? Game company I work for has many offices around town. This one looks shady from the outside, but inside, you got everything you need for working on video games. Maybe someday I'll have my own game company and office. Retail store? It's a small convenience store near my office. They make good coffee. I'm looking behind me. I'm sorry, this game makes me nervous. They make good coffee, and the company machine can be useful sometimes. I should get something to eat later tonight. Barrier? These barriers are all over town lately. It said it's to avoid access to construction sites, but how many are there? It's interesting. You can kind of see like the direction of like, it's like everything's a video game. In the video game, obviously, like video game barriers put around town where stuff's just blocked off to the player. It's interesting. Hope you guys enjoying the voice acting. Literally half of the city has been off limits this week. Think? What the heck is going on? That guy was following me. I should get inside the office and I should get inside the office and start working. I've already lost too much time tonight. Listen. Do you realize how much money you could get? What's the game even about? Some say it could say some secret experiment by the government. A song imitating frequencies that can control your brain. That's scary. To be honest, I don't care. That game is so rare that I can make a fortune by selling it. People are willing to kill for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep moving. Just gonna go to my porn. Hey, you! What? The heck? How do you have that game? How do you see it? Some guy just saw me. Now he's starting to run towards. Oh, what the heck is going on? You stole it. Give it back. You're crazy. I run towards the office as fast as I can. What was that just now? All of a sudden, everyone seems to be obsessed with this weird unknown game. What's the deal with it? I close all the doors and windows and call the police. As long as I'm in the office, I should be fine. What's this noise? It's coming from the other room. Could it be? Can you help me? Oh God. Say something when you're in the office. What the frick am I looking at? Just a person, I guess, who's sitting like L. I didn't know you were working tonight too. Is everything okay? Clear. This for me? It happened again. You wouldn't think it, but my coworker's a video game living legend. A genius from the early days of computers. She started making games in the early 80s with a home computer. She coded her first game alone in her room in a month when she was 8. She made 2 huge video games at the time. Video game history stuff. After that, she basically disappeared from the public scene. No one knew where she went. It was later found that she had spent 20 years living in a remote commune. A few years ago, she came back to games, but there was a problem. She could only program games, not play them. The thought of picking up a controller scares her to death. Too many choices, she says. Even the cutest platform game is a pure horror to her. So whenever she has to test something, she gets stuck for hours waiting for someone else to play the game. Dang. Heck, right now we're working on a visual novel, but she's even afraid to press a button to advance text. Here you go. Thank you. How long have you been stuck on this screen? 2 hours. Ugh. After I press a few buttons, the game advances as intended. She can go back to programming. I better not disturb her or bother her with my strange encounters today. She's a strange encounter. I go back to my room. Weird lady, but perhaps she also experienced some video game horror. I can't concentrate like this. The blank cartridge is laying on my desk, watching me. Should I play that dang game? But I still have work to do. Do you know that a save file is a window on... I read most of that. Do you know that a save file is a window on something? Screw it. That's what I'm talking about. I can't remember this lady's name. We haven't got a name. We got a name at the very beginning. We don't even know if that's her. And then like we just get blank every time. Of course the game doesn't work. It would have been too easy. Life's hard. But it's not time to give up yet. I could dump the game memory to the computer and analyze it. So take just a few minutes. Get him Autocon. Shinji.save. Looks like the data is corrupted. This is all I've got for now. I was only able to recover 2 files. The .save files looks like to be a save file, but it's useless if I can't get the game to run. The other file, log text, contains some information about the game. I'm sorry about that. The first line is about the creator, Kai DH88. Never seen this name. Doesn't tell me much. Then we have a compilation data, the day and time on which the game was created. 1st of October at 4:56. September 0, 1910, 2010? Wait, maybe I should read it in American format. October 1st, 2000. Or the 10th of January, 2000 in European format. At this point, I'm not even sure anymore. I could look up these dates on the internet. The last line should be the serial number, VN01382. Just by looking at the number, it's hard to tell what game it is. Maybe I can check if there's something that can help me with that in the archive room. All right, yeah, let's do it. Oh, this is what I'm saying. Like when this game's not a horror game, kind of hit a little groove. I'm dancing right now. You don't see it, and I'm glad you don't. Examine the game console. This is the Ultra Reality 64 debug console. It can play games from all regions and can also be linked to a computer. Thanks to the transfer port, I can also play games and debug game cartridges. Game box cartridges. Blah. Rough night. Blank cartridge. It looks like a regular game box cartridge. I wasn't able to play the game or get access to the ROM. There's no label or any other sign that could help me identify the name of the game. I feel like this, it's a little bit of yap for me if you don't mind. The reason this game also kind of creeps me out in ways because I'm getting into like ROM stuff and game card mixing with old game cartridges. Like I've been doing that recently. So this game like hits close of like, oh, this is not nice. Poster, let's see the poster. It looks cool. It's a poster made for the latest entry in the Waifu Detective Club series. Where's that game at? Developer, where's that game at, bro? I just want to know. The heroine, Mayumi, has become more popular than the actual protagonist. Happens. I can't wait to play this new chapter. Listen, I can only hear the sound of my coworker typing in the other room. She's like one of those creepy type people, but she's like creepy comforting. Like I feel creeped out if she's staring at me, but if she's just in the other room working away, I can see myself just like feeling comforted knowing that she's there. It seems like the people outside are gone. Think. I need to find more about the mysterious game. I was able to retrieve 2 possible leads from the ROM, the creation date and a serial number. Maybe there's something in the office that can help me with the research. Like I'll save because I don't know if Surf the Web's gonna cut me out. Let's look up paranormal. Actually, we'll go in order. Playing Sonic on my computer. This is your lucky day. How can I play Sonic on my computer? Get a better computer. Wow, you can't afford a UR64 like all the grown-ups? That's gay. Oh yeah, I love playing Sonic with missing layers. So much fun. You gotta love the internet. It was always the same. Emulation is a crime, but maybe in the future it'll be the only way to preserve old games. No lying. Name, eat vegetables. Hello there, my good friend. Today I have an announcement to make. I am going to stab. So in the next 4 hours in front of the train station in the city, it's gonna be random, but I promise you it'll be good. In 20 years, people will still talk about this thread. There's not a specific reason for this. I'm just doing it for you all. Wish me luck, guys, and watch the news. Please kill a blonde one. They deserve it. Is this an actual thread that happened? Like, this seems strangely Pacific. Like, is this an actual thread that was in history of someone saying they're gonna kill someone? And people talk about it now? Because I've never heard about it. Tell me if you guys know. Just tell me. I'm curious. Oh, crap. Oh, crap, there's more. Good friends, they have an announcement to make. I'm gay. You too? Mama already told you dad won't come back no matter what you do. F guys, watch the news. Oh. Just a normal day on the internet. I've got a hit for that date. 10:01. Okay. Name, I should start running. Okay, sorry. This is an old story I heard when I was in school. Basically, it's a file created from the afterlife. Some people claim to have received this file. They say if you check the creation date, it says created on 10/01/00, day 0 of September 2000. Some say that it contains pictures of a girl in various phases of her life: childhood, school, marriage, and eventually death. It's unknown who took the pictures. Anyone ever heard about this? I did a quick research on Yahoo. Of course, I found nothing. But I'm sure someone here knows about it, or even has the file. You spell file? No, you spell file right. Pictures of your mom. There's a link, OP. Virus. So this is me being dumb for just freaking clicking it. And thank God today she didn't click it. Yeah, this is kind of story you can find on a paranormal board. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem to have originated on the internet. Sounds more like an urban legend. Urban legends are usually born from real stories. I wonder what's the real story behind this one. Nothing there for us, so can we think again? No, okay. Let's move. Let's go see my coworker. Oh, where is she there? I think she's there. It said talk. Creating games has taken the place of playing games for her. When I see her work, it's like in the Matrix when that guy just looks at some code and he can see people and places in it. Oh, let me move my mouse. I apologize. I guess that's how efficient you become when you've coded for such a long time. What a strange sitting position. That's a horrible posture. She likes to get comfy when working. She always wears a tracksuit or baggy clothes. I've never actually seen her go outside. What? Nothing. It's the complete set of violent murder trials. It's a show in which they record real trials of serial killers and murders. She must really love this stuff. 100 best unsolved cases. Hokkaido serial murders. Funniest causes of death. The perfect true crime. A day in court. Life sentences from 1999. Crime scene photo collection. Autopsy report for dummies. Occult murders. She reads this stuff, but at the same time, she's afraid of playing even a cute platform game. And she's a bit quirky like that. But you. Thanks. What? We didn't have a conversation. About work. I'm getting paid. About game. Not playing. Yeah, I know. The ROM data is corrupted or something. I was wondering if you've ever seen this game? No. Anything strange? I'm okay. You need a hug. Do you want a hug? Archive. Wait, yeah, archive. Examine. Lockers. We can put our stuff in the lockers, but we prefer to just stack it on our desk instead. By the way, if a psychopathic serial killer were to enter the office one day, the locker would be my hiding spot. Why are you thinking that? Why would you even think something like that? What's the matter with you? The cabinet contains all of Pornsoft's released games so far. The oldest game is Welcome to Pia Apple, the hit adventure game released in 1997. Our latest release is Dear Memorial, a first in the dating sim genre. I don't think the blank cartridge is related to any of the Porn Soft's productions. Porn Soft. I know what they're playing on, it's just funny. This should be it. The game magazine Aretsu used to have a section with a list of all the games that came out at the time. It had review scores, prices, and technical information, including serial numbers. Eventually, they stopped printing that section because it was taking up a lot of space. Maybe if I can pinpoint a specific year of release, I can find the serial number I'm looking for. I can start from the compilation date. Let's try the year 2000. Oh, this is interesting. It's an issue from November 2000. It contains a serial number almost identical to the one I'm looking for. VN013. I actually skipped that. The blank cartridge has VN01382. It could be related. The game with the VN013 serial number is Undead Air. It's an almost unknown horror adventure game. Good job. I'm proud of you. Speculate. In a minute. Quick save, if you don't mind. Let's listen. By a 17-year-old boy armed with a knife. A bus was hijacked and it seems that a passenger has been stabbed and others are injured. The hijacking was reported a few hours ago by a passenger who managed to escape. We're following the story live as police forces prepare for action. Let's hope that goes well. Let's speculate. Let me think about it. Okay, stinging. I was able to extract some info. Is that Resident Evil? Close. It's Resident Evil sounding, but no, it's not Resident Evil music. I don't know if all the music is made or it's taken from like free stuff. I have to check. But it's all really amazing. I love it. I was able to extract some info from the mysterious blank cartridge. A serial number, the date on which the game was compiled in a save file. The save file is useless at this moment, but I could use it if I find out what game it was made for. So let's focus on the date and the serial number for now. There was a mention of that date on the internet, 10/01/00. It seems to be linked to this urban legend about a file created from the afterlife. That's pretty much it though. There are plenty of stories about the year 2000. After all, 2 years ago, the world was supposed to end due to the Millennium Bug. As for the game's serial number, I got a partial match with the game Undead Air, a horror adventure game that came out in 2000. It wasn't a great commercial success, but got some good reviews. This serial number though, it doesn't perfectly match to any official release of the game. Could it be an internal pre-release version of the game that was never published? This seems like a more concrete lead. At least I can investigate something further. Let's see what the internet has to say about that game. Save me, internet. Tell me your secrets. This looks to be the official game page. What am I seeing? It says that additional episodes were planned for Undead Air. The development wasn't assigned to the original developers though. The small game company Keshi was working on it. The project started soon after the release of the game. 2 additional episodes were planned. The first episode, Occultic Pizza, came out in late 2000. This is the games that they were mentioning at the start. Like I noticed that they were mentioning this at the start. Also, that's just an that's like an itch.io page. Did the creator actually make these games? Like, can I go play these games after? But it didn't perform that well. I'm sorry, creator. A second extra episode was planned, named The Tower. It was to be released in the same year, but it never came out. Maybe the first expansion wasn't a great success, so they decided to cancel it. It wouldn't be the first time. They were planning on distributing the game with an esoteric satellite broadcasting system. Some kind of alternative internet. This could be a huge problem, actually. Downloadable content was deleted every time the console was turned off. The only way to recover such a game would be to find a console that hasn't been turned off since 2000 and has this game already installed. I'll think about this later. The important thing is that the original serial number for Undead Air is VN013. I punched my mic. The first extra episode, Occultic Pizza, had the serial number VN013A. The unknown ROM 1 was dumped from the blank cartridge is VN013A2. Original is VN013. The episode that was coming out with the new stuff, VN013A, and then the unknown ROM is just 2 at the end. So were they just, it's just another thing for Undead Air that they planned on, but just it never went anywhere? This could be the game I'm looking for, Undead Air Tower. I'll see if there are any traces left of the game on the internet. I was able to find some promotional material for the game. The story was about a guy trapped in a radio tower. The article says it had various endings depending on your choices, and some heavy subjects too. There's a small screenshot of the game at the bottom of the magazine page. This is literally the only thing left of it. In the photo, you can see the protagonist looking through a window from inside the building, trapped. Ironic, I guess. He'll be stuck in there for even longer. There's something bothering me about that last screenshot. I get close to the screen trying to examine the picture better. This is the only thing left from the game. Any info could be helpful. I keep staring at those eyes. Oh, and he stared back. Ah! Scared the frick out of me because I got close. Oh god, my heart. I can't handle horror. Oh, it's you. This game. Were you watching behind my back this whole time? Please say something next time. I almost died there. Okay. So, you like serial killers too? I mean, true crime's pretty cool, yeah? Why do you say that? You investigating this case. The fire started on October 1st, 2000 at 04:56:31. Okay, it's 4:56:31 seconds. What are you talking about? She's holding up a newspaper clipping. I can't see the date, but it looks quite old. Why does she keep this stuff in the office? The title says, Arson at Game Software Company, Culprit on the Run. I think I heard about this story. It happened a few years ago. The fire started on October 1st, 2000 at 4:56. That's when the game was compiled. When the medics arrived on the scene, they discovered a body. The body was charred, black as coal. They noted wounds caused by the fire, one on the heart and the other two on parts of the brain. Wait, who are you talking about? The lead developer, I'm sorry, I haven't talked to people in a while, of the game died in a fire. It was the lead programmer who called the police and the firefighters. When the autopsy was performed, though analysis revealed several lesions on the skull and chest, the case was now treated as an homicide. Further investigations on the scene led to the discovery of a hammer with blood stains on it. They also found a bottle of gasoline. The killer hit the developer in the head several times and then set the fire. What the frick? Why? What was that personal that you had to beat him over the head multiple times and then set his body on fire? The lead programmer became the main suspect, as he was the only one present at the scene. But he was never found. Police decided to focus on a poor farmer instead. They arrested him, even went to trial. I don't think I've ever heard her talking so much. So that's why Undead Air Tower never came out? It was destroyed in the fire just when it was compiled? There's more. Shortly after the fire, strange rumors began to spread. Several people claimed that they received the second extra episode for Undead Air via satellite connection. What? It just happened when they connected to the satellite. A download would just start, and a mysterious file would be installed in their console. That's a creepy urban legend. Do you think there's some truth in those stories? I'm sure. Sure. Why do you say that? Because at the time, I received the file too. What? This is getting confusing. What was the game like? Anything strange? It was something different. Different? Some said that this game was made in another world. She became silent again. A game from another world. This is just too crazy. I guess this is how the file from the Afterlife urban legend started. After all, are all these things connected? It doesn't matter now. Now I know the title of the game I'm looking for. What if... Do you think this save file from the cartridge could work with the base version of the Undead Air? I don't know. I think I could try anyway. What could go wrong? I could get trapped in a game and die. It's not that big a deal. It's not a horror movie. The game dumped from the blank cartridge is still unplayable. The only thing I can do is try to load the save file from the original Undead Air game. It's just a matter of moving the files in a folder and I'm ready to go. I boot up the game. Everything seems normal. Oh, what's going on? A blackout? Maybe. Hold me, please. Just cuddle me for a second. I'm scared. Are you all right? Electricity seems to not only be gone from our office, outside too. I can't see any light from outside the window. My chair starts shaking, and then the walls. An earthquake. Let's get out of here. Wait, shouldn't you get under a table? Last file, save life. Last file? This is an emergency alert message. A weather warning has been issued for your area. Citizens are advised not to move from their current location. No matter what you do, stay where you are. Remain indoors at all costs. Do not look at the sky. I knew, oh God, do not look at the sky? I knew this was gonna happen sooner or later. Wait, which one is this? Some called it the digital apocalypse. We became so dependent from the digital world that the two worlds were bound to collapse. The real world and the digital world. Hey, where's Cloud at? Earth and heaven, which is which? Oh, I was thinking like, First Fantasy was gonna be here. Where's Sky at? I wander around what's left of this other reality. At this point, I forgot. Is this life or the afterlife? The city is blacked out. The structure of this reality has collapsed, and yet, computer systems and control screens show that there's nothing wrong. Who's to trust? I received that game file a long time ago. This is what I saw in the game. It was a game set in a post-apocalyptic world. At one point in the story, people began to play a video game to escape reality. With time. Oh my God, oof. Oh my God. That scared the living frick out of me. My trench coat flapped. It genuinely felt like a person was running from behind me. Oh, I'm not good at horror games. With time, this game became so complex and so detailed that it contains another game inside. Characters in the game start to have their own game to escape reality. And the cycle goes on. Oh wow, everyone's just playing their own game. It became my obsession, traveling between two different realities. I became oblivious to both. And now, I know who did this. I know where everything began. It was you all along. You did it. Thanks to your help and the doctor. That's there were two friends at the beginning. Is this the girl and the boy? Are you happy now? ever since that day. When my friend died, all I had left was a save file. Save file is literally my life. Do you realize how many hours I've put into this? It's just what they were saying at the beginning. All my life, I held to that file, to what little was left of him. And even then, the file was damaged. I've tried to find an explanation, tried to deny reality. Magic, occultism, parapsychology, everything. Until I found that game. The developers at Kashi discovered something in the satellite signal. It was a signal from the dead. I saw it. I saw it in the game. It was another place. This is where we all go. Our destiny. You think that by shutting down this reality, you'll be together with your friend again? I kept this console powered on for all these years. The last copy of the game. It was like mechanical breathing. I stole the completed game and killed the developers. And now the save file was recovered. This fake reality is shutting down. Soon, we'll be together. I don't care. The game is finally over. Life can go on. Do you know that a save file is a window on your soul? That's why so it was like it was impossible to find out the full thing. What am I seeing? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Never play again. That's it. That's it. Oh my God, that's it. That was freaking fire. Hold on, stay right there, stay right there. Watch the credits, okay? Come on, these guys are freaking incredible for this. Watch the credits. Give me a second. I turn on a light because I'm spooked. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making this. Oh my God. You have unlocked the music room. I'm gonna give you the music. Dude, this was awesome. This was so cool. Oh, it's quick saves. I was like wondering, like, what is this? Oh, it's automatic saves? Cool. What's music room? Okay. I really messed with search. I really like this image too. Okay. Oh, it's like the same thing, just slowed. That's cool. Because they were talking about how the melodies were like... That's really cool. Okay, well, actually, we'll keep it on this because I like this music. This game was awesome. I think this is going to be a pretty short game. This is like an hour in total. Let me get this off screen. This game is so cool. And the interesting thing about this game, I have a virus protection. Virus protection did not want me to play this game. Anytime I tried to play it, it automatically deleted the game. I had to like literally go on my virus protection, like, don't delete this file. But it's so cool. Like the story, it's a really interesting story. It's their interesting story. I got most of it. But the end, it showed that the friend, after something happened with the game, it like, I guess it kind of sucked the friend's soul into the games. Like video games, save files are a reflection of your soul. It sucked the friend's soul in essentially into the game. So they kept the whole thing going because they realized like once that file is gone, their friend is gone. That was like what it was saying, but like a save file is the type of life, I guess. So as soon as they got rid of that save file, their friend was permanently gone. So the whole time they were just trying to merge the worlds, I guess, so they can get their friend back, which is really interesting. So I guess not trying to get the friends back, but be together in the other world, that they were like merge the worlds together just to be together, which is just really interesting. This image at the end, I guess, is just like the lady that said she would never play games again, looking at like the broken world on what it is now. But holy, I love this. It's not a huge visual novel, you know, obviously visual novels spend like 80 hours, but it's like just a really nice, I loved it. Like this is my favorite art style to see in like horror stuff. I don't handle horror well, My heart's still beating very fast. I handle horror horribly. But man, I really loved this. Like, this was awesome. I expected to just play small games. I was like, I'll record this, Silent Hill, a couple other things. But this was just really cool. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. I mean, it was just a really awesome game. This, by the way, this creator has tons of games. I don't know if the games they showed in this game are actual games of theirs, but if it is, we're checking those out too. This creator has tons of games. I checked their page to make sure like this game was an actual virus. They have like at least over 20-30 games, all different stuff. So we have to try some other stuff from this creator. If you enjoyed this one, I really enjoyed this one, so I'll try the other games regardless, but I love this. Oh, this is beautiful. Anyway, I'm just really big fan of the story, how it went, and like the art style it kept. It made me feel uneasy at all times, and I just really liked it. But I do have to say, again, thank you so much for watching. I guess that was interesting. Like, so we were playing another girl when she was talking about the office stuff, right? That was an entire another girl. I don't know why I thought that was the same character, but that was an entire other girl that we were playing, and she was a popular schoolgirl. And then she left the cartridge, and that's when our character that works on video games came in a couple weeks later from the friend and did that. I got confused with that because I thought, well, like, why did we just switch characters like that? But we switched characters like 3 times throughout the game, and even at the end, we switched characters again. Which I don't even know what happened to our main character towards the end. But anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this game. I really loved it. And just thank you for watching it. But anyway, I'll do my outro now. Yeah, just keep saying anyway a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching. Man, what do I say? I'll take it back. I sincerely appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you all so much, and farewell for now.